RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all.
Morning, everybody. Thank you for being patient with us. We're having some technical difficulties this morning, both Sandra and I. So both of us are having technical difficulties. Whatever. I hope you are all having an amazing Thursday morning. I just have to say, because I promised my husband I would say something. It is Hug a Drummer Day. If you see a drummer, make sure you hug them. I have been trying to do a drummer/wife hug a drummer photo shoot all week, and my husband has conveniently gotten out of it every single day for some reason. So whether he realizes it or not, my son and I have all kinds of plans, and he's doing it tonight, whether he likes it or not. He has no choice. There's no arguing this time. So husbands, they could drive you crazy. We are talking to Sandra today from RBB about goal accountability. You guys have heard me talk about Sandra many times, and many of you who know me and know Sandra because she is around a bit. She is one of my clients, and two, I am one of her clients, which is the best type of collaboration anywhere to have when you are able to work with other women. And she is a goal accountability coach. And let me tell you, I have told you a million times, I think at this point, without her, I would be in complete chaos all the time. Take my word for it. Again, ADHD, crazy, doing too many things all the time. So we're going to talk to why goal accountability is so important for your Q4 planning, for your 2020 success. Because if you get in a good habit of good planning and good getting things done, you will be able to have huge success. And I am proof of that. So we are going to, hold on one second. Questions for Sandra. What is goal accountability, first of all? Because not everybody really understands what that is.
So goal accountability is I help you take your goals, because I firmly believe most people know their goals. They sometimes just need a little bit of help of getting those into the words they want it to be in. But usually I can, usually within 10 questions, I usually can get people to tell me what their goals are. And then what I do is I help break those goals into action steps. So that big planning piece that you've been talking about all week, plan your plan to work your plan, the plan, I can never get it all right. But anyways, her famous saying. And so I break that down into action steps so that so you can accomplish it in a week, or we can see that, hey, it's not able to be done in a week. It needs to be spread over a couple of weeks. Or, hey, I've got way too many goals to try to humanly possibly accomplish, or I need to outsource some of this so that I can accomplish everything I want to accomplish. And then the second piece of it is I hold you accountable, whether that's a daily accountability, weekly, midweek. I have a different package for each level. So the basic level starts with just a weekly call, a 1 hour weekly call. And then we meet the next week and talk about how you did, and then set those new goals. And I find that I work with a lot of creative ADHD women who own multiple businesses or multiple, as a woman, whether you're a mom or not, you always wear multiple hats. But so I do both business and personal goals. So I have a client that, she's doing Weight Watchers and running 4 businesses and 2 kids. So we talk about all of that. We talk about all the areas of her life, so that I know she is able to reach those goals, and that she's not trying, like the other day, she wanted to add taking a certification. I'm like, when are you going to do that? There's everybody has 24 hours in a day, and you've already maxed out most of yours. And she's like, yeah, maybe that's just not a good idea. the dog thinks he wants attention, of course. So yeah, that's what goal accountability is. So basically helping you break the goals down into steps and then holding you accountable.
So I know without Sandra, I couldn't get everything done. So yes, I've talked about this a million times, but a good part of goal accountability is setting yourself up for success. And I know that that's something Sandra is huge. So Sandra is a goal accountability coach and half cheerleader. She's 50-50, I swear, because there are days that you just can't get it all done. Something happens, you have a snafu, whatever. And it's really nice to have somebody on your side who will stand beside you and go, well, there's a reason why you didn't get that done. Look at what happened today. And this is why you didn't accomplish what was on your list. And it's okay. Sometimes just having somebody to say, it really is okay. Now, Sandra will also say, what the heck is that on your list for? You're not going to get that done today. And that is a really important component too, because part of being successful in your planning and doing all of those things is having realistic goals. Now, Sandra and I have worked with somebody who is famous for doing her weekly goals and writing down everything on her task list and then putting them all on Monday.
Yep. Knowing darn well that it's not possible. And
the list is like 100 things long. There's just no way that can happen. And you're setting yourself up for consistent failure when you do that. And part of succeeding in your business, succeeding in your personal life is being realistic with how you're doing things. And that's what Sandra is for, because I will tell you, until I started working with Sandra, my list was always, I didn't have the whole entire list for the week. I was prioritizing it out for the week, but it was still too long and I couldn't get things done. And Sandra got me to the point where I really can only get 3 tasks done because I run a business. I have so many interruptions in a day. That's just, life happens and I can't get more than 3 things from a task list done a day. That's my reality. Now I know Sandra has other clients that can get much more than that done in a day. That doesn't mean I'm only doing 3 things in a day though.
3 main things, 3
Yes.
your 3 top goals for the day. And those top goals are usually the top things you need to do to move your business forward or move your project forward or move your mom duties forward or whatever your priorities are, those 3 top things. And I do the same thing. I have a top, mine's a little bit more, but I'll do a top 7, but it's also spread across not just business things. And then the other thing is to know when you're ready, need to outsource. And I think Danielle and I have talked about that before, that like, hey, what can we take off your plate? Oh, I have to do everything. No, you don't. You have, in Danielle's case, has a team. Who can you give that to? Who, I've argued many times with her about who can you, who else can do that? Yes, I get it. You are the best at doing that. But X, Y, and Z is capable of doing that, or teach somebody else to do that, so that it's not 20,000 things on your list. Yes, you might have to take the time to teach somebody to do something to help you. I've had my 12-year-old help me with tasks, and taking that 20 minutes to an hour to teach her to do something for me is very valuable, because she can go back and repeat that, whether it's updating my calendar or updating a spreadsheet. She's very smart and she's capable of doing it. And, it's extremely helpful to teach her once and have her have that capability of having her do those tasks for me, because keeping my calendar current can be a full-time job. So, yeah.
That's why I have other people to keep my calendar current. So it really is all about just having somebody that has a different viewpoint, I think, when it comes to that. Because I know with me, Sandra always comes at things from a different area. And I'm getting better, but I will say about 50% of the time, at least for a while, well, maybe more like 95% of the time, Sandra's like, no, hold on, wait. This is not possible. How are you going to do this? Because you can't get all of these things done in a day. And the goal accountability coach, it's what you are, but I look at that and so having somebody do that for you is so much more than that. It's peace of mind. It's setting yourself up for success, which improves your mindset. It also actually, you get things done in your business and you reach your goals, which is huge for your business. So when it comes to prioritizing, Sandra, what are some of the steps that you go through with a client? I know that you work with every single client a little bit differently, but when you have, especially a female business owner who's just got complete chaos and has too many things going on, how do you take a look at her list and go, wait, let's step back and take a look? Are you doing it through Zoom calls? Are you doing it through chatting? How do you help them do those things?
My weekly calls are a Zoom call. I feel that's more personable, and I get to read body language and expressions. And I've worked with people from different countries, so I think that helps bridge that cultural gap with people. So the weekly calls are a Zoom call, and then communication after that is usually by chat of some sort, whether it's Slack or WhatsApp app or Skype or whatever their platform of choice is. And the priorities, I usually talk about what is going to move your business forward. What's going to move that business needle? Is it a blog post? Is it a marketing thing? Is it you you need to finish this project so you can get this testimonial, or you need to finish this project so you can get paid. What are those things that are going to move you towards your goals? Because I will have them write their quarterly goals, their monthly goals, then their weekly goals. So we break it down. We look at the whole picture and then break it down into all the way down to the weekly, if I'm working with you on a daily basis, we break it all the way down to the daily. And then we talk about, if it's something you don't like to do, finances is not my strong suit. So I'll say, hey, do that first. Get that eat that frog method out of the way. Get that big thing hanging over your head that once you accomplish it, you're going to feel great, but you don't really like to do it. So we'll talk about how eating that frog. Now, some people that doesn't. So I get to know my clients. So some people that doesn't work for. Some people need a few successes before they can tackle that big frog. So hey, what is some successes for you that morning? Hey, you got your workout, you got your healthy breakfast, you're at your desk on time. Okay, can you tackle the hard thing now, or do you need to tackle a couple of small things so that you can get to that big thing? So it really depends on the client, but definitely looking at those weekly goals every day so that you know what you're striving for at the start of the day, and then looking at your daily goals at the end of the day. Okay, what worked, what didn't, and just definitely taking a look at what's helping you, what isn't helping you. Hey, I planned 10 goals for this week. Well, okay, one, that's way too many. Two, well, I guess it's not depending on the person, but most people, 10 goals is a lot. So I know I try to keep mine 5 or less so that I'm being realistic, because I am a mom and, own a business and a wife and a grandma now. So I do know what I can get done in a week. And I think just being realistic with that. So prioritizing so that you can take steps towards your goals each week is like the big picture. And then the method is just really depends on the personality of the person.
So when your clients are feeling successful, what kind of reactions do you get once they finally get control of everything from them?
I have one. We use Trello, and I'll go through the Trello board and say, okay, did you accomplish? Because we only meet weekly, which is fine. It works for her. And she'll just be like, oh, I don't even know what kind of week I had, because she never went back and looked at her Trello board. But when we're sitting there just checking them off, like, oh, that's already done. Oh, that's already done. Oh, that's already done. Her mood changes. Like she can be frustrated, or, she just dropped her kids off and, that crazy morning schedule. So she can go, oh, wait, I actually accomplished a lot this week. And or she messaged me the other day, she registered her 4th business legally. So she was just, ecstatic and sent me a picture and all that stuff. And I'm big on cheering that on. Big successes or little successes, even if it's like, hey, I got to my desk at 8 a.m. in the morning. That's been a struggle for months. Great, awesome. Okay, like, this is great. What else are you planning for the day? So I'm always asking people, what are your wins, big and small? I ask that of our community, in our Slack community every week, and I ask that on my business page every week in my IG account, that, celebrate the wins, the big wins and the small wins. And I got reminded of that yesterday because I had a good weigh-in, and a new accountability partner that I have was like, why aren't you celebrating? I'm like, oh, I've been doing this for 7 years, weight comes, weight goes. She's like, no, it's a huge deal. And I'm just like, well, yeah, it is. Like, it's a huge deal. So I had to be reminded that, hey, it is a big deal and you should celebrate that. And I'm like, when you've done it a couple of different times, you just kind of get numb to that. I think that's also the other thing, to remind women that, hey, you can celebrate your accomplishments. It doesn't have to be this big lavish party. It could just be this, hey, I did it, kudos.
So I will tell you that Sandra's attitude of celebrating those wins has spilled over into my husband and my son around here. So my son went to a huge conference this weekend and had a couple big successes. And my husband last night did something for my son to help him celebrate, because my son was like excited about it, but was like, oh, it's no big deal. And my husband did something for my son last night to celebrate his success and remind him to celebrate his success. And he's like, which was awesome. He knew I was talking to Sandra today on live in the show. And he goes, make sure you tell Sandra it's her influence that reminded me to do that.
Good job, Art. Good job.
So yeah. It spills over into your personal life. And I find it funny that my husband even thought about it, because my husband doesn't talk to Sandra very often. So, but he knows, for me saying, oh, Sandra reminded me to, and I obviously talk about, my husband is hugely supportive of everything that I do here. So I just find that awesome that even spills over into personal lives. And I know from talking to a couple of other Sandra's clients, it does for them as well. So it is really a big deal to focus on your goal accountability and having that partner to do it, whether it's your best friend that's going to do it for you, or you hire Sandra. And let me tell you, Sandra went from intern around here to a very, very good friend. And she's one of the few people on my team I've got to meet face to face, and her and I aren't that far apart. So next spring we will be seeing each other again. And I look forward to those things because Sandra is invaluable to me. And I know I've talked to you guys about that and mentioned that often on the show, but it's because it's true. Without her, I would not be as successful as I am. Having that piece to your business is really a big deal. And it sets you up for success. Again, and we're talking about Q4 planning for 2020 success. So when you're doing those things and having the gratitude and the actual mindset change of, oh, I can do this. I can do most of this on my own. I just need a little bit of help. And having that help be somebody like Sandra is huge for your business. So I want you to remember, and I want you to go over, take a look at Sandra's website. I put her link in the chat. If you need her, she's there. She's awesome and amazing. And she really does work with you and learn your personality. She doesn't just use a cookie cutter thing, because I guarantee you the couple of people she works with on the Be Boss Girl team, we are polar opposite personalities in the way we work. But Sandra knows exactly how to work with both of us and has figured us both out. She's actually really, really eerie at some of those things. Like, okay, so I have an app on my watch. My watch is charging right now, but that tells me to breathe, because I will hold my breath while I'm concentrating on something. And without fail, Sandra, within a minute of that thing beeping at me, says, "Are you breathing?"
And I don't know. It's just from getting to know
That's
you.
how good Sandra
year.
is. It just tells you how good Sandra is at what she does. I want you to all join in, take a look at what Sandra does, see if she can help you, see if she can help you level up in your business and plan your 2020 success, because right now is when we get started, ladies. So it's very, very important.
And on the forum, I do have a daily accountability channel. So you can always pop in your list and I can cheer you on over there. I got back on it since we moved it. It took me a couple of days, but I'm back on there, so I can help you in the forum. And the statistics are 75% more likely to meet your goals if you have accountability, if you tell somebody what your goals are. So it's a high statistic. And I know from being in different communities, from Eric Thomas to Jim Rohn to all the speakers, they talk about accountability, that it's huge, and people reaching their goals. All my mindset books and all that stuff talk about accountability, that it's a huge piece, whether it's your best friend or somebody you hire, or it's a community like the forum or where. But yeah, use that accountability.
It is huge. It really is huge. I look forward to speaking to all of you tomorrow. Remember, I'm going to jump on live for just a couple minutes tomorrow morning, and then I'm uploading a video for you. I'm pre-recording a video here this morning with Nakanda Moran, who is an EA, CPA on steroids. And she works with women like us who own businesses and are online and doing it all digitally. She is amazing. She spent a bit of time yesterday helping me make the transition with Be Boss Girl because Gina has been backing away. And I have actually worked with Nakanda for almost 3 years now and adore her. And I think you guys will love her as well. And it will really help you set up yourself up financially for your 2020 success and your taxes at the end of this year. Because
I'm excited because
that's really always scary.
Right. Yeah, I've not met her yet, so I'm excited to see her tomorrow.
And she will jump in and answer your questions. If you ask questions on the video, she will jump in later tomorrow morning. She has twins and an older child that she has to get ready at 8 a.m. to get them off to school. So, but afterwards, she will jump in on the video and come back and answer all of your questions. So I will be feeding those to her. So we will be interacting. It's just going to be a little bit different tomorrow. Have an amazing day, everybody. Remember to rise, become, and be everything you can, and get that goal accountability, because believe me, it will set you up for success. Have a great day.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.